In this video we are going to talk about prime factorization of numbers. For prime factorization we obviously need prime numbers, which were 2, 3, 5, 7, not 9, 11, 13, 17 and so on. Generally speaking, these prime numbers are enough at your level to perform prime factorization. So, the idea is as follows. Let's see this example now. Write 30 as a product of its prime factors. Now, here, product means multiplication of numbers. In this case, it's going to be prime factors. So, let's try to figure out those factors. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write 30 and draw a line beside it. It's going to be a long line so that we can write a few numbers as a column to the right of it. So I will start with the first prime, which is 2. So I write 2 here and ask how many 2's are there in 13? There are 15. And then, just because 15 is odd, I can't go on with 2, so I'm going to switch to 3. So question is, how many 3's are there in 15? And the answer is 5. Just because I cannot go on with 3 now, because 5 is not divisible by 3, I have to go with the next prime, which is 5. So I'm going to write 5 here and ask how many 5's are there in 5? And the answer is 1. By the time you end up with 1, you should understand that you're done. And basically, these are the prime factors of 30. Now, the question said, write 30 as a product and a multiplication of its prime factors. So we have to write down our answer like this, which otherwise will be incomplete. So it's going to be 30 equals 2 times 3 times 5. So that's the answer. Let's look at another example. Write 72 as a product of its prime factors. Now I'm going to go with the way that I just showed you. So I'm going to write 72 and draw a line here and start using the prime factors, prime numbers, which are 2, 3, 5, 7 and so on. So it's best if you know these, right? So I start with 2. 72 divided by 2 is 36. So you may use your calculators if need be. Then 36 is even, so I can divide 36 by 2 again. So that's going to be 18. 18 is even too, so I can continue with 2. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. Now, 9 is an odd number, so I have to switch to 3 now. So 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. I reached 1, so I'm done. So I'm going to write the product of prime numbers of 72 like this. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. But the best is, of course, you know index numbers, so you can write down 2 to the power of 3, write it properly, 3, as there are 1, 2, 3 2's, and, times 3 squared, because there are 1, 2, 3's in this multiplication. So keep in mind that you have to write down index numbers like this if there is repetition of the same factor. So instead of writing this product, you have to write down this product with index numbers in it. Another way of doing the same prime factorization is to go with the factor 3. So basically what you do is you write 72 and you start thinking about two numbers that are factors. So you go like, for example, 2 and 36. Or you may go like, say, 9 and 8, because 9 times 8 is 72. Then you can go this one like 4 and 2, and this one like 3 and 3. And then, let me rub this a little bit. I'm going to write this down anyway. So you can also go one more step with 4, which would be 2 and 2. Now the key in this factor 3, right, this is called as the factor 3. The key is that you have to end up with prime numbers. If you don't end up with a prime number, then it's a composite number, so you can still break into factors, like 4 here. If I stop here at this level, it would be wrong because 4 is not prime. I have to go on breaking 4 into its prime factors, right? So if I'm going to use this factor 3 method, then I have to make sure that the numbers at the very bottom that I get are prime factors. Whereas if I'm going to use this method, I have to make sure that the numbers I write here are prime numbers. Now it's your turn. Write each number as a product of its prime factors. So we have 48, 84 and 120. It doesn't matter if you use the factor 3 or that first method I showed you. Just at the end, make sure that you write them as a product of its prime factors. So work on your book and do online self-check. Thank you.